Narrated by Al-Qasim bin Muhammad. Aisha, complaining of headache, said, "Oh, my head." Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, "I wish that had happened while I was still living, for then I would ask Allah's forgiveness for you and invoke Allah for you." Aisha said, "Ya Thaqala. By Allah, I think you want me to die, and if this should happen, you would spend the last part of the day sleeping with one of your wives." The Prophet peace be upon him said, "Nay, I should say, O my head." I felt like sending for Abu Bakr and his son, and appoint him as my successor lest some people claimed something or some others wished something, but then I said to myself, Allah would not allow it to be otherwise, and the Muslims would prevent it to be otherwise. Narrated by Ibn Mas'ud. I visited the Prophet peace be upon him while he was having a high fever. I touched him and said, "You have a very high fever." He said, "Yes, as much fever as 2 of you may have." I said, "You will have a double reward." He said, "Yes, no Muslim is afflicted with hurt caused by disease or some other inconvenience, but that Allah will remove his sins as a tree sheds its leaves." Narrated by Sa'd. Allah's Messenger peace be upon him came to visit me during my ailment which had been aggravated during Hajjat al-Wada. I said to him, "You see how sick I am. I have much property but have no heir except my only daughter. May I give 2/3 of my property in charity?" He said, "No." I said, "Half of it?" He said, "No." I said, "1/3. He said, "1/3 is too much, for to leave your heirs rich is better than to leave them poor, begging of others. Nothing you spend seeking Allah's pleasure but you shall get a reward for it, even for what you put in the mouth of your wife." Narrated by Ibn Abbas. When Allah's Messenger peace be upon him was on his deathbed, and in the house there were some people among whom was Umar bin al-Khattab, the Prophet peace be upon him said, "Come, let me write for you a statement after which you will not go astray." Umar said, "The Prophet peace be upon him is seriously ill and you have the Quran, so the book of Allah is enough for us." The people present in the house differed and quarreled. Some said, "Go near so that the Prophet peace be upon him may write for you a statement after which you will not go astray," while the others said as Umar said. When they caused a hue and cry before the Prophet, Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, "Go away." Narrated Ubaydullah, Ibn Abbas used to say, "It was very unfortunate that Allah's Messenger peace be upon him was prevented from writing that statement for them because of their disagreement and noise." Narrated by Aas Saib. My aunt took me to Allah's Messenger peace be upon him and said, "O Allah's Messenger peace be upon him, my nephew is ill." The Prophet peace be upon him touched my head with his hand and invoked Allah to bless me. He then performed ablution, and I drank of the remaining water of his ablution, and then stood behind his back and saw Khataman Nubuwah, the seal of prophethood, between his shoulders like a button of a tent.